Liam, it's an exciting year, you're back in championship action again. What's it like having that feeling ahead of you?
Yeah, it's all go really. Valerie, I suppose it's been you think you've loads of time when you get together in the middle of November, but all of a sudden it just Christmas comes and the league comes and then you're into championship preparation. So look, it's been really good. Lads have responded really well. It was a good team around them, and we worked really hard for the last number of weeks. But look, it's all building towards what it will be. I think a phenomenal Munster championship. Hugely competitive. Every game will be puck of a ball stuff. So look, it's one that we suppose we appreciate the challenge that's ahead of us, but one we're really looking forward to.
I know you weren't there this time last year, being out at the 9th of June, I think, last year. It must be hard for those young lads to get back into the mentality of, the confidence back in, especially exiting so quick.
Yeah, I suppose, you can look at it two ways. I suppose ultimately, one of the greatest championships ever went on, and Tipperary weren't really around at the business end of it. So, maybe that might be could instill a little bit of drive into them as well this year. So, it was puck of the ball, as I said earlier on, with the post against Clare, 2 draws against Waterford and Cork. So there wasn't much in any of the games, and Tip and Limerick with 10 minutes to go, there was a point I think in it. So I think obviously I don't see a whole pile of difference. I think obviously Limerick have probably moved on a step in terms of their league performances again this year. Obviously Cork are going for 3 in a row in Munster, so Clare were outstanding in the Ireland semi-final and very unlucky not to get over the line, and I suppose ourselves and Waterford were left outside the cold. So I think 5 teams will go in this year really looking forward to the Munster Championship, but whichever 3 gets to the top of the pile, I think they'll have earned it, that's for sure.
What are you like now back and you're trying to pick that chosen 15? It must be hard to pick 26, not to mind 15 if you want.
Yeah, very happy with the level of competition that exists within my squad. I've assembled a big squad together, like every one of them to a man, is their attitude, their work rate, their effort. They all have, I suppose, a common purpose in terms of trying to drive this jersey forward in 2019, and it's hugely pleasing for me. I think I understand the importance of the panel. Before maybe last time around there was maybe more emphasis on the first 15, but now with the matches coming so fast and there's a huge emphasis on the strength of your panel, and I'd be hugely happy with the panel that I've assembled and the work that they're putting in for me at the moment.
Being manager back in 2010 and getting the win and stuff, but being back this year, are the demands different? You see the big difference in being manager back then and now?
Well, look, the game doesn't stand still. The game moves on. I think the pace of play has moved on another level. Obviously, the restarts and the importance of getting your hands on the ball is hugely important. But at the end of the day, the one thing that hasn't changed is whoever scores the most still wins the game, and ultimately that's the challenge within this Munster Championship. You're trying to play to your strengths and look to try and expose some of the areas where you feel the opposition can be vulnerable. But look, as I said, I have a wonderful team around me. There's stats coming on my ears, Valerie, and that's the way the modern game is. But ultimately, as I said, I'd be happy that I can trust this group of players to go and execute the plan that we want on any given day. And as I said, they're in really good form, and thankfully not many injuries either. So it's just, as I said, Championship 2019 is something that we're going to savour and really look to bring our best out, and I think every team is going to draw that from each other.
Great, you're out to Cork for us, I'm sure it's something you're looking forward to.
Yeah, tough assignment. As I said, they're gone the last 2 years, they've been unbeaten. A huge admiration for the fact that they went through last year without losing a match in what was an unbelievable Munster Championship, and to go unbeaten is some feat, and obviously they were Munster champions and going for 3 in a row, so we find ourselves going down there on the first day out. So we have a good gauge of where we're at, but look, for me, preparation is going very, very well. We know no matter where you go in this championship, home or away, you're going to get a formidable challenge, and I think we've seen flashes of what we can do throughout the league, and if we can maintain that level of performance for longer sustained periods, we feel that if we perform to our potential, we have a chance of giving everybody a room for their money. And as I said, it's a championship we're really looking forward to.
Clean bill of health?
Yeah, thankfully injuries looking good. They went back to their clubs for 2 weeks. They got to play a little bit of club activity, which is always a good place to be. I suppose that's where ultimately they all came from, and as I said, they're back in now. We give them the 2 weeks off, and they came back in bursting for action and rearing for roads. So we've trained hard since, and as I said, it's all building nicely towards the 12th of May, and we have our match routine, and we'll go through that routine over the next few days, and as I said, it's something that we're all really looking forward to.
Spin Southwest.